Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So I noticed that every time I create one of these videos, y'all, I'm never introducing myself to y'all. I'm addressing you guys and I'm asking y'all, how y'all doing, and I'm saying welcome back to my channel, but I'm never telling y'all who I am. So I am Tonya Silva, and on here I'm just gonna go by T Silva. So when I do reintroduce myself in later videos, I will be saying that T Silva, better known as Tonya Silva. But yeah, y'all, so I'm back at it again with another God moment video. I just wanted to get on here and encourage you guys the way that I was encouraged on today. So if you guys want to know what that was all about, just continue to keep watching. So let's get into it. So what I wanted to get on here and talk about today is God's timing. Like, a lot of the times we don't understand it, and we'll say that his timing is what we're trying to get in. And we really, sometimes you be like, yo, like, God, can you help me understand, like, what does that mean? And it just brings so many questions. But today at church, the lesson that we had came from was about Jesus coming to the wedding that that he was invited to. Him and his disciples came to the wedding, and his mother Mary was there, and they ran out of wine. And so she went up to him and she let him know the problem, and he did address it, saying that it's not my time. But she didn't let up. She just went ahead and addressed the servants and told the servants, whatever he tells you to do, do it. So that stuck out to me. Timing. When is the right time? Sometimes you don't know. Sometimes you just have to move by faith and allow God to show up according to how you believe. Like, she believed that he would make a way, even though it came off as if he wasn't. She moved by faith. She moved in a timing that, I don't think that it can be explained. You know what I mean? Sometimes when you move by faith, that's just what it is. You have a goal, you have something in mind that you want to see happen, and so you just move in that. Moving in faith, moving by faith is just that. You go after God and you talk to him about what it is that you want to see happen, that you want to see get done, and you do it. And it's so many different times in the scripture where we seen that happen, like with the woman with the issue of blood. Like, what kind of timing is that? She knew that she wanted to have a move from the Lord in her life, and so she went and she touched the hem of his garment, and by faith, it was her faith that she moved forward in and allowed herself to be whole by believing that it can happen. So with Mary believing that the need could be met, and it wasn't even her need, so that's what made it even more, like, even more dope. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna say it, even more dope, whatever. Like, her just believing that somebody else could have a miracle, and their party and their celebration could be great, yet and still that it didn't have to come to an end. That just says a lot. So she wasn't even believing for herself. She was believing for somebody else. And a lot of times, we get caught up in believing for ourselves. We get caught up in believing, okay, I need a miracle. I need, to get into your timing for myself. But in this lesson, the timing, or the faith move wasn't even just for, wasn't even for her, really. It was for the people who were being married. So with all that being said, it doesn't just have to be a faith move for you. It could be a faith move for somebody else. To stay on subject, the timing, what? It's like sometimes I feel like it's okay to just move by faith. Like, there's no time when it comes to moving by faith, if that makes sense. Like, if you know that you can go before God and you're going with all your heart. You're going with no doubts. You're going before God without a doubt. That's what I want to say. So if you know that what you have is worthy of God working out, and you know that nobody but him can do it, and you know that he can get it done, then you go. It's just time to go. I believe this year and in the years to come, that is how we should be starting to think when it comes down to God moving in our lives. Just getting out of this I'm going to sit and I'm going to wait type of mentality. Is I know God can do it, so I'm going. Just like the two lepers who were outside of the city, they was like, yo, if we stay here, we're gonna die. If we go in, you know what I'm saying, we might die, but who knows? Like, there's no timing, you know what I mean? There was no timing to talk about. It was just time to get in faith. It was just, it was like a now, you know what I mean? So it was like allowing faith to rise up and then doing what needed to be done, because they knew that it could come out better on the other side. That makes sense. So I just wanted to get on here and tell you guys that trusting in the word of the Lord, like trusting in God, knowing him to the point of he is able. That's it. Knowing that God is able, knowing that God can do it, knowing that God is capable, knowing that he will. That's the whole thing. Mary knew that he would. She didn't doubt that. She didn't doubt that he would do it. The woman with the issue of blood didn't doubt that he would do it. Like, everybody who went to Jesus, when you read the scriptures, and they went by faith, and it was not in a certain type of timing. It was, I would say, out of time. You know what I mean? Because people had a certain way of doing things in that time frame, and that, in the culture then. So when they moved by faith, that's just what it was. It was a now moment. So I just want to encourage you and tell you that if you feel a now within your heart, you feel now within your spirit, move. Trust God. Trust him enough to know that he will come and respond. So if you move by faith, expect a response. Your now expected to have a response. Your now faith, that's what I mean. Your now faith, expect a response. Mary expected a response, so much so that after he gave his response, she just moved as if he said, okay, I'm going to do it. Like, she didn't go sit down. She didn't go into worry. She didn't go into panic. She moved as if he said yes. One more lady in the Bible where she just kept going before the judge, and she was like, advance me my adversary. She knew that something was going to happen on her behalf. It was that now faith that caused her to go back again, back again, back again, back again, until she saw a move. So that is what I wanted to give to you guys today. This now faith, where it causes you to trust God to the point of no doubt. Like, no doubt is within your heart. No doubt is within your spirit. No doubt is within your mind, because you have allowed yourself to get so close to God that you and him have, this connection to where if I go to him, he's going to move. He's going to do it. And it's out of your hands. It's in his hands. And then you allow him to give the instruction. Because once she took it and gave it to him, like once she told him what was going on, and then she went and told them to go to him, because sometimes we got to lead. We can't lead everybody to us. We have to lead everything to God. So once she led all of them to Jesus, she said, y'all go to him and he gonna tell y'all what to do. Put it out of your hands and the people's hands that you're believing God for. Give it to God. Let him give y'all the instructions, and then y'all continue to move by faith and watch God work. So you guys be encouraged. I just want to let y'all know that now faith has no time. There's no time connected to it. And now faith is just what it is. So operate in it and know that God is going to move on your behalf. Trust him with all your heart, all your strength, all your mind. And watch him move. So once again, I just want to tell you guys thank you for subscribing, for one, and tuning into my channel. Thank you guys for tuning into my channel. Thank you guys for stopping by to listen, and I hope that God blesses you. I hope that you find it within yourself to trust the now within you. Each and every one of us has a right now faith moment that God is waiting to move on. So I just want you guys to know that and believe God, believe that you are worthy of a now move, of a right now move. And yeah, you guys be blessed this year. Be blessed this year and the years ahead. You know, trusting God, knowing that He's able, building your relationship with Him, and continuing to know that He is a good God. Jesus is real. Jesus is loving. Jesus is supreme. So, you know, with that being said, know that Jesus loves you. Know that you are worthy of the now, of a now moment. And yeah, don't get caught up in time. Don't get caught up in time, because God is not in a box, and God moves how He wants to move, and God does what He wants to do. So, you know, just trust in that, and just trust that He has you. So once again, thank you guys for tuning in, stopping by to just listen, and I hope that this encourages you. And like, share, comment down below, and subscribe. Y'all subscribe. We trying to build this channel up around here, so y'all subscribe. And thank you so much once again for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next God moment video. All right, bye. A lot of us get caught up in time, but I believe that when it comes down to the spirit, that's not for us to worry about too much, because when you're leaning and depending on God, He handles that. Because a lot of the times, time can drive us into a frenzy, trying to worry about time, trying to worry about keeping ourselves in a certain type of movement. If we allow ourselves to trust God openly, meaning, God, you can come into this situation, you can come into this situation, God, you can come into this situation, we won't be in such of a headspace where we feel aggravated or, you know, boggled down or worried, doubtful. So time is not for us to handle. Time is for God to handle. So that's why I believe a now moment is what we should focus on, and the now is, it's out of time. Now is out of time. Like, now is in God's hands, meaning how He wants to move, that's how He does it. But you have to be able to trust. We have to be able to trust that God knows what He's doing. So when we go to Him by faith in the moment, He can have His way. And there's no time, there's no timing on that. There's no timing on a now moment. You understand? So I just wanted to let you guys know how important it is to live in a now. We put so much emphasis on time, you know what I mean? Getting in God's timing, God's timing. What is it when you need Him to move? You understand? So I believe if you trust Him enough to operate in prayer by faith, talking to Him about your situation, He'll lead and guide you. He'll lead and guide you. He'll take you to where you need to go. He'll bring what you're supposed to have. He'll do whatever it is that you need to do in that moment. So keep your relationship fresh. Keep your prayer life fresh. Keep your study time fresh. Keep it like living water. Keep it like a fresh, I can't even describe it. Just keep it fresh. You understand? And God will strengthen you over time to understand more about the now. And, you know, read up on the witnesses, a lot of witnesses who move by faith. So just wanted to encourage you guys in that aspect that, you know, put time, leave it in His hands, and operate by faith. Operate in the now. So just wanted to tell y'all that. And as I said that scripture came to mind out of the book of Hebrews Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things unseen. So it's like, you know what God can do. You know what you're hoping for. You know what he can do, which is the evidence that you want to see. It's not there, but you know that that it's possible. So you go to God in the moment, you know, in that hope by faith. Like I was saying, the woman with the issue of blood, she knew that it could be stopped. So she went. You know, the evidence was it not showing up anymore. The hope was, I'm going to get to him and I'm going to touch him. He ain't got to say nothing to me. If I just touch his garment, I know that this ailment is going to be done away with. That's the evidence. So you guys just be hopeful, faithful, operate in faith, and stay in the now. Stay in the now. Stay present with God. Stay in the present and let him handle everything else. Let him handle it all and watch him work. Okay? So you guys be blessed, and thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see y'all in the next one.